And then, so I was like, society, they made a real definition of manhood. And it was that of being unwavering in pursuit. So it's supposed to give more like fear, conscience, all those different things that like are natural for you.
I think I looked up what I did. I looked up the word parent. And yeah, it says existing in something as a permanent, essential, or characteristic attribute. And that's basically like the things that was making him question his masculinity. Like, for example, his wife. His wife made him question his masculinity by like I was pushing him. Like she wasn't pushing him, but she was trying to get him to do something. Yeah, she was manipulating his mind. She was trying to get him to do something he never done before. Like that could be anything. That can be to this today. Like kids, even men and women, like they masculinity can be tested by like questioning what they're doing with their life. Like other people can feel like they life not on track, so it's definitely the same
Masculinity used to be strong too. I think becomes some
like the whole work is like you gotta have this and do that to be a man. You gotta hold yourself up. I mean, that statement of holding yourself up to a certain standard, like that has always been in effect.
Yeah, really,
the perception was to do anything necessary to achieve power. And the conclusion was perception is a person's point of view. Their opinion is not absolute because ideas vary. So with relating to the play, with Macbeth, like I said, because he thought that he could just do whatever he had to do to get power. It didn't matter who had to step on to get it. He thought he was right. He kind of kept on trying to justify himself with that because he was king, he could do whatever he wanted. But in reality, he was really like being a tyrant. He was just being wrong. Everyone kept on saying you're being wrong. He didn't want to see.
And so for Symbols was like, but every time Macbeth shows his purpose, he's killing somebody. For the characters, he had Duncan for the kingship, and then Macbeth for the tyranny.
How'd you break that up? So you're going to say that Macbeth is a king and Duncan. So Macbeth was a tyrant and the king was a king? Kinda?
Like he showed more kingly features.
Characteristics, okay. So do you feel that Macbeth was ever a king?
No, not really.
What do you guys think? Was Macbeth ever really king?
No, but maybe he was a soldier.
He had king qualities when he was a soldier. So power changed him?
Yes.
I think. Based on my group, I'm saying no.
You gonna say no?
I don't think it was the power that changed him.
Then what changed him?
It was the way he had power. Like, it was what Jordan had said, with a lot, he just kept on having to cover his tracks. So you wouldn't have seen that he did foul play. Like, he was just like king just by, like, the right way. He would be like a good king. But because he had killed the king, he had to keep on killing more people. So it wouldn't be like noticeable. But everyone just found out.
So do you feel Macbeth had it as a king-like qualities? Was he ever a king?
He had the qualities. I said he had the qualities, but he never showed them. Like what you said, when he was a soldier, he had valor, he had bravery, all the like kingly things that people would look for, and people even like acknowledged him for it. But it was just when he took it on.
He got the power.
He had the characteristics. That's why they decided him. Like, was not going to think that this was him.
Okay, so he had the qualities to be a king. So what stopped him from being king?
The way he became it, and
But what stopped him from, what changed his way of becoming king? What was there?
I don't think he really.
You don't think he had the qualities? Jordan said he didn't have the
It's
qualities.
like saying like a soldier in the army could be like the prisoner of the United States. You gotta have like a different mentality to like be like a king or be like a prisoner. So like, just because you like brave and knew how to kill people don't mean he was like capable of becoming a king.
So he didn't have the qualities to be a king at
I
all.
don't think so.
well, I can see how this weighs the qualities of being a king.
So, and I asked this with the other group. So where's the line between kingship and a tyrant, or being a king and being a tyrant? Where's that line?
I feel like that line would be like, with a king, they know how to rule, but be fair with it. But with a tyrant, it was kind of like you're using your power to get what you want just because you can do it.
Not necessarily always fair, but I guess doing what's best for everybody. I think that's the difference. Like when it becomes selfish, when you're using your power selfishly, and you're using it.
So when we consider the whole thing about humanity, when we talk about people, and I brought this up with the other group, the whole idea that we're still discussing kingship and tyranny at this point, even though this was a long, long time ago. So where is that line drawn? If we know where that line is drawn, what stops us from still going into that? If we know that there's a line somewhere.
In like everyday life.
In everyday life. What keeps us from becoming tyrants?
Characters and conscience and all those different things. Logic, fear.
But Macbeth had those things, didn't he? No? He lost it.
I don't feel like you can just lose your morals. I mean, you can lose your morals, but I feel like they just always gonna like still be like kind of there.
So you're trying to say that he was evil in the beginning then? Are you saying that he was already evil? Because, no. If you can't lose your morals, then that means...
I feel like my thing...
Ignore them, okay.
I think my thing kind of, like, it was perception. It was more like he felt like what he was doing was right. All he needed to do was he felt like he did what he needed. But in reality, he was being a tyrant.
Huh. All right.
Mentality.
So it's the mentality of it. Okay, so is that everybody? Have we got all four? You missing a green? Okay, considering who you have in your group, here's a question.
We're missing a red.
You missing a red? Okay. Here's a question for you, for everybody. If you've looked at all of the themes, is there one theme that's more dominant in the play Macbeth than the other ones?
I feel like that all the things coincide because Robert was talking about their thing, and I was like, I see how, because he said something about how Macbeth was always trying to prove himself, and so I was like, well, that relates to what we were saying because my thing was the inherent cruelty and masculinity, and I was saying like he was trying to prove himself to being masculine, and he said that he was trying to prove himself of being a worthy king, but he was actually becoming a tyrant.
I think, I guess masculinity would be you said the strongest thing, because it kind of breaks it down into why, and it goes like, I guess into a psychological state and like addresses why he did it and then how he did it and how society pushed him to do it and why a once noble man turned into a tyrant or cruel.
Anybody else? What theme is the overall arching theme? Is there one theme in particular that defines this piece of literature?
It's not really exactly just one theme.
Oh, so it's not one. Okay.
Because it's like Coach said, whether it's all or a number, they all coincide with novels, but they coincide with each other because one theme leads to another. Like how he said, his want to prove himself as a man led him becoming a tyrant.
Okay.
Also, it also led to him becoming corrupted as well due to his ambition.
Okay.
And what was your topic again?
Perception of reality.
Right. His perception of reality became skewed because of how pretty much everything fell apart. Like once he became king, everything just slowly fell apart. At that point, it wasn't because of his masculinity or anything like that. It's because his own ambition killed what he should have done, and pretty much his whole reign as a king was turned to ruin. Nobody wanted to fight for him. Nobody wanted to be working under him. And even the doctor said about how no matter how much you paid him, if he had the chance, he wouldn't come back.
Okay, so are all the things related? Do you see that? I mean, Robert, you make a good point that somehow each one of those themes connects. Okay, you studied a particular theme and you became an expert on that theme. If given the chance, would you choose to do another theme? No. Which theme would you want?
Mine. I keep my own.
You keep the one you had?
But if I had to choose, I would
I think it was a lot to write on and talk about.
It's what?
It's a lot to write on and talk about.
So which theme did you have?
I had the contrast between perception and reality.
So you like that whole idea of perception and reality. So how would you, and when you're talking about your paper, so now what you look at, if you look at your paper, the one that you filled out, you'll notice that you actually have notes for each part of your essay. You have notes that are going to give you things that you're going to put in your introduction. You have notes for your body, and you have notes for your conclusion. The final thing I want you to do is to pull your textbooks out and find as much textual evidence as you can to go ahead and add to that, okay? So put in as much textual evidence as you can in each level. So be able to support your argument with evidence from the text.
Does all the evidence have to come from the text?
No, you can actually use outside evidence. I want you to find textual evidence, but if you find something in history or in politics or in literature, current events, anything you can find to help make your point, go ahead and get it onto your notes, okay?
Would it be all right if we just wanted to change?
It's fine if you want to change. Definitely if you want to change, please change. That's the whole idea. Because maybe somebody said something that you really like and you want to change, you can change. Do you want a new sheet? Because you're going to try it? Start a new one?
You okay, we're on the back?
Yes, you can write on the back. Where are my new sheets? Oh, over here. Yep. So if you want to change over, is there anybody else who wants to change themes? You want to change themes? Okay. Oh, how did you get it?
Thank you.
There you go. You want to change themes? You're thinking about it?
I feel like perception of reality.
Perception and reality?
You can like add all the things into it.
That is a good one. You can pull them all together.
To be honest, I feel like unchecked ambition probably better for me because the one thing I've really read about over the years is how ambition can lead to such negative consequences.
Okay. So you're going to switch out themes?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, here you go.
You said we can incorporate all of them.
If you can figure out a way to put them all four together, then that works too. Sure.
Can I use multiple? Not all four.
Yeah, but the thing is now, remember, you've got to write it. You got to make that a solid argument. Once you start writing it, you got to be able to explain it because you got to analyze that theme and talk about it. So if those two themes, if you're going to say they connect, you got to be able to prove that in your writing.